Comrades, camarades, compagni, συντροφίες, συντρόφισσες. We are now opening the second Workers' Euro-Mediterranean Conference on Europe in Crisis for a Revolutionary Internationalist Alternative. We have in the Presidium, from my left, Josif Abramson from the Russian Party of Communists. On my right, Marco Ferrando from the Partito Comunista dei Lavoratori of Italy. To my left, someone you don't know very well, Savas, Mihai, Márti. And myself, I'm from Turkey, Sungur, Savran, from the English and West Scotland. I will be opening the conference. It is, of course, as ever, our Greek comrades make this very significant move of having someone from the other side of the Aegean, your brothers and sisters, representing your brothers and sisters from the other part of the Aegean, someone from Turkey speaking. This is, of course, very meaningful and very dear to my heart to be able, although this is an international conference, nonetheless, it is important that this is Greece, and it is important to me to be able to do this. Thank you. I feel honored. Comrades, this is, as we all know, the second conference in the series of European conferences organized for the workers of Europe, but now it also includes, of course, the Mediterranean as in general, because now our Mediterranean basin, although we have had some setbacks in the recent period, especially in Egypt, is nonetheless a very important geographic center for world revolution. We are going through a very serious period of upheaval in the world. This, of course, started with the collapse of the Lehman Brothers in 2008. At that time, the CRFI very clearly perceived that a new and special period was opening. This period was not going to be only a period of serious economic crisis, even a depression, one would say, but also a period of political upheaval. Both arise in masses struggle and in revolutionary activity, but also one could easily foresee that this was going to be a period when fascism and reaction would also be on the rise. So it would be a period of polarization, of an alternative between revolution and reaction. This is precisely what happened. Greece was the early harbinger. 2008 December, the rebellion after the murder of Alexis Grigoropoulos here in Athens. This was the year of Alexis, but the 1-month rebellion was the harbinger of things to come in the next 5 years. Then, of course, we went over to the end of 2010 in Tunisia and the whole of 2011, the year of the revolution, the Arab revolutions first and foremost, but also the repercussions of all these revolutions from Wall Street all the way to Israel. It was so significant that in Tel Aviv you had people referring to Tahrir and the heart of Egypt, the Egyptian revolution, and Israelis referring to the Arab revolution. How revolution can bring peoples together, was seen in this very poignant, very significant example. In that same year, we had in Greece and in Spain the movement of the squares, with the Piazza del Sol in Madrid, the Piazza Plaza Catalunya in Barcelona, and Syntagma here in Athens, and in other cities of the same countries where you had an immense movement at the same time that one was seeing these revolutions in the south of the Mediterranean, in the Arab countries. In 2012, the reverberations continued, especially in Egypt, where wave after wave of mass struggles moved the revolution forward. Then came the year 2013, and especially in the month of June, one saw an incredible scene where one after another, Turkey, Brazil, and Egypt, three very different countries, but all very big and decisive countries for their regions, came into the maelstrom of rebellion and revolution, where in so many cities in these three countries, so many millions of people came out, although one would say the Egyptian struggle really ended not in a very happy ending. While this was going on, the other side of the balance was also rising, fascism. Of course, we are now meeting in a country which is one of the two countries where the fascist movement is present in its most brazen and audacious form. Greece, with its Golden Dawn, its Chrysiavgi, and then some of us are now, after this meeting, moving on to Budapest, where we're having another meeting, and that is Hungary, is the other country where the fascist movement exists in its most brazen form, and there, of course, Jobbik is the name of the movement. On the other hand, we have had recently a site in which the fascist movement, as a mass movement, descended on the squares, especially the Maidan in Ukraine, where they showed a lot of, they flexed their muscles, so to speak, and showed a lot of their strength. They also came out of the ballot boxes in France, where in the once left-wing mining city of Beaumont in the north of France, Front National, National Front candidate, won in the first tour, having passed the 50% threshold. They got first place in 17 cities, and they succeeded in remaining to the second round in 229 cities with a population of over 10,000 people. So this is a harbinger in this case of what is going to happen probably in the Euro elections at the end of May, and we're going to see similar sites in many countries. So this second Euro conference is meeting at a very appropriate moment just before the Euro elections to discuss, to debate and to set a workers' revolutionary Marxist position and orientation towards the struggle in Europe and the Mediterranean. Europe, unfortunately, has become the hotbed of fascism, so we will first have to decide how to fight this fascism. Now, it is very appropriate that we're meeting in a country where our comrades of the EEC, and especially our comrade Savas, Michaήλ, waged a very successful political and legal battle against the fascists of Christianity this last September and won that.
Bolshevik
beat the fascists and show the way forward for the rest of Europe. This meeting is therefore a struggle against the Le Pens and the Geert Wilderses of Europe. This meeting hopefully will set the tone for the rest of the workers' movement. We may be small at this point, but I am sure that we will develop this line in order to spread it to the rest of the workers' movement in Europe, because that's where we will find the real force to fight fascism, the workers' movement. Of course, this does not mean that we're not going to fight against the rest of the capitalist class with its Merkels and its Hollandes and its other representatives in the other countries of Europe. We will also obviously be discussing how to move forward within this context of crisis, this big, deep economic crisis and depression that has gotten hold of Europe and the rest of the world, how to fight the capitalist crisis, how to make the capitalist class pay, and how to move forward towards revolution, which is the only real solution to this depression that would be in favor of the working masses of Europe and the rest of the world. So let us hope that our discussions here about the difficult questions that exist all over Europe and the rest of the world, with all our divergences on some of the tactical matters, will prove fruitful to move us forward in our struggle towards international revolution and the domination of the working class in the world, which is the only salvation for the world at this stage, which is full of dangers but also full of potentials. Welcome, comrades, from all the countries who have come from other countries, all the comrades from afar, and welcome, Sindrofi and Sindrofises. I would now like to turn the floor over to our comrade Savas Mιχαήλ to present his introductory report on Europe in crisis. Yes.
Dear comrades, before starting the proper introductory report, I want to salute all of you and thank you to come to this important second Workers' Euro-Mediterranean Conference. And just before starting, to inform you about the organizations and individual fighters who participate in this conference. First of all, I want to welcome and salute the presence among ourselves of Comrade Yuri from Ukraine, which will occupy a lot of our discussions and interest and attention in this conference, starting from this evening. So, Comrade Yuri from the Organization Against the Current is among us, as well a number of well-known to all of us here comrades from Russia, that we salute their presence. Of course, Comrade Joseph Abramson from FFR. We have Comrade Daria Mitina, who represents here. She's a member, apart from Komsomol, she is a member of the Council of the Left Front, of Levy Front of Russia, as well now a member of the leadership, the central leadership of a newly founded party, the OKP, the Unified Communist Party, which unify a number of different communist organizations in Russia. And they had their unification congress, if I'm not mistaken, last week. As well, of course, it's represented here AMO, the Association of Marxist Organizations, as well as a comrade that everybody knows and loves, Said Gafurov. Okay. As Comrade Sungur said in the opening remarks, this conference is very much connected with an important event which will take place the 3rd of April in Budapest, Hungary. A country which is not just in the center of Europe, but has a central importance for the coming developments. The 3rd of April was the day of the liberation of Budapest by the Red Army from the Nazi occupation. It used to be the national day of Hungary until the restorationist regime abolished this celebration of liberation from fascism. And nevertheless, we will have this European anti-fascist seminar in the morning, and even more important in the afternoon will be a very important demonstration of trade unions and left organizations from Pest to Buda to the only remaining monument of the Red Soldier, where we have also the opportunity to address the people. What's the problem?
There is no light on your face. Could you move here?
Okay, I can come here. Δεν υπάρχει φως του μούρου μου για το βίντεο. Γιατί μας καλύπτει γερός και γερός.
To confuse the ruling classes of Greece and Turkey, we're changing the program.
Everyone. So from Hungary we have with us, and we are very happy, and he will speak tonight, Comrade Matthias from the Karl Marx Society. Who participated also in the first Euro conference in last June, and he will speak tonight because he has to leave immediately for Budapest to prepare. He's in the organizing committee of this anti-fascist activity of next Wednesday. So we'll be very happy to meet him again in Budapest in a few days. And Comrade Sungur also will be with us, Said, Daria, quite a delegation from this conference to the other one. Then we are very happy to have with us two women fighters, two comrades from a country who used to be in previous times, particularly the 19th century, the times of Karl Marx, but also after that, a symbol of a revolutionary nation, I mean Poland. So we have with us Eva and Monica. You know where Monica is. Not only about her important contribution to the fight for these conferences, but also we waged a common fight in Greece against state repression, particularly state repression after the revolt of December 2008, and police repercussion, and we won, apart from my trial, we won her trial here. It was a victory for us against state oppression in Greece. We got a common Polish on that. And will represent here the anti-capitalist left of their country, and Comrade Monica, who is also living in France. Tomorrow, when we'll speak on the situation properly on Europe, Western Europe, etc., she will give us a report on France, particularly with the events of the last elections and the rise of the National Front. then we are more than pleased. We are very happy and we salute the young comrades from the social movement of Bulgaria. They still play a central role in the social movement there, who in the last 2 years nearly now, really has shaken not only the system in Bulgaria, but the Balkans. It was a forerunner of what happened in Bosnia or in Romania. From Romania, Anna Bazak has sent to us, it was not able to come again, and she sent to us a contribution which it's long, 10 pages, but on the discussion that we had in this conference. But probably if you know, or if you don't know, I have to announce to you, there is a special blog of the Euro Conference, where all the materials, documents, contribution, written contribution, etc., who are presented in that conference will be, if you request that, of course, to be after their presentation here, to be that an artist to put on the blog. Okay. The comrade from Albania has some problems with the passport. Then we have with us, of course, comrade Marco Ferrando and Ottaviano from our sister party in Italy. Of course, that's the Fourth International in the south of Europe, but you have also from the Fourth International of north of Europe, from Finland, we have Comrade Henry, who made all the long time from Helsinki here to participate in this conference. We are very pleased to have with us I cannot call him professor, his comrade Hillel Dictin, from the editor and founder of the famous international Marxist journal Critique, and professor in Glasgow University, who will give tomorrow a talk, as we saw in the program, on the world capitalist crisis in the European Union, the decline of capitalism, stagnation, deflation, and disintegration in the European Union. And we will have tomorrow as a speaker in the session on Europe, on Western Europe mainly, Comrade Raquel Varela, who is from the university. It is a new University of Lisbon in Portugal, from the study group on labor and social conflicts, and a leading member of the review of the journal Rubra. She will speak tomorrow on the class struggle in Portugal. And apart from them, we have comrades from, I take the program, from Greece, of course, which apart from the egg, we are pleased to announce here to you that we have our present comrades from the Communist Organization Anasyntaxi Recruitment, and also a comrade from Ogde Spartakos. We have also in Symposium from Greece 2 comrades, workers from the occupied factory of Diome, well known. For those from foreign countries who don't know, it is a factory which was abandoned and occupied by the workers who are reworking, are put in action again, and they try to self-manage. And they give a very courageous struggle. Then we have also in this, from our brothers in Turkey, of course apart comrades from DIP, Kurtar, Daniel Mas, okay? And we have also from the northern part, the Turkish Cypriot community, Comrade Aziz. represent a group with the name Neos Anthropos, new man, new human. And he will speak in this table. We have the privilege in this conference to have in two very crucial international situations where the great powers try to confront the people, for example, the Ukrainian people and the Russian people, or the Turks and the Greeks. On the Turkish Cypriot and the Greek Cypriot, we will have the opportunity to have a debate from representatives from all these nations who are sisters and brothers. Okay. Also from Turkey are present here, and we are very happy to salute them, comrades from the People's Front of Turkey. They made a very courageous struggle here, also apart from their country, against repression, because the regime in Ankara and the regime in Athens and CIA and everybody else collaborate very closely for repression against them. And we are pleased a few days ago to demonstrate together in the streets of Athens after the killing of our young brother. We have also, not only from Europe or Turkey here, we have comrades from other countries as well. We have a comrade from Iran who will speak also. A comrade from, that's what we'll announce, there will be probably a comrade from Tunisia. The one was stopped probably by the intervention of the French embassy, not the Greek embassy says that they are not their responsibility. They gave him the visa, but the French intervened to stop him to come. And this is a political scandal. But we will try to communicate with comrades in Tunisia via Skype tomorrow. And we have also, from the previous conference as well, Comrade Latif Parker, from the editorial board of British, and Comrade Godfrey Mlinga from South Africa. Last but not least, we have